Hi, my name is Nigel Roberts and I teach on the various CYM chaplaincy modules and spend a lot of time thinking about theologies of chaplaincy. But the one that I think for me is most significant relates to the story of Jairus' daughter. In that story we see a number of key themes for chaplaincy that come out throughout the whole of that story. The first is to realise the context. Jesus is speaking to a large group of people. He's about to engage in ministry on a big scale, the sort of thing he'd come to do. And yet the moment he's faced with the need of an individual, in the shape of Jairus himself, he turns his back on the crowd and meets that person's need. Jesus prizes the individual above the crowd, the personal over the spectacular, and in doing so he says something very important. He says, you matter. Chaplaincy is the ministry of you matter. And the story of Jairus' daughter is as much a story of a journey as it is a story of a miracle, and we know that because we read about the interruptions on the journey. There's poor Jairus walking along in this mixture of hope and fear, not knowing what's going to be at the end of the journey, hoping for the best but fearing the worst, and it's interrupted. But Jesus walks alongside, and we know very much that chaplaincy is a ministry of accompanying, and this is an accompanying on a journey of hope and fear, not knowing the end result. And Jesus walks on that journey. He's interrupted by the woman with severe bleeding and again turns his back on a crowd of people who'd gathered round to minister to her needs. Again he says, you matter. And then in the distance, after this incident, Jairus sees the servant coming and knows that it's all over and his hope is lost. But Jesus has nothing to do with what the servants come to say. He makes it abundantly clear that Jairus should not give up hope, no matter what the circumstance, that he is not going to abandon him at this point of crisis. And again, what a watchword for chaplaincy this is, that Jesus will not abandon us at a point of crisis, and neither will the chaplain. We stay and we walk it through till we come out the other side of the darkness. So the chaplain becomes a hope bringer, but also a committed presence. It's a ministry of committed presence. And finally he comes to that upper room and holds the little girl's hand and raises her to life with the amazing words, little girl, wake up. And Jairus sees the love that is present and the life that comes from that love. And again, here is chaplaincy at its best. Love bringer, life bringer, comforter, joy bringer. Lots and lots of things in this story just equate to chaplaincy for me. And of all the stories of Jesus, this is the one that means most to me as well, working with children and young people. So that's a very brief outline of my theology of chaplaincy.